Hi, everybody. It's me, Jordan Long here. And today I'm going to talk about, something that, tends to happen. Now, I'm a heterosexual, Jordan says. But also there's homosexual, bisexual, and there's a couple other sexual orientations out there. Now, the most common three of them are well known and accepted and respected and tolerated. Now, this video talking about how you go by letting somebody know that you're a heterosexual and you're not a homosexual when they might be. Now, like any person, nobody likes being, turned down or not accepted or, dumped or rejected. Nobody likes being rejected, is what I meant to say. Okay? It usually goes something like this, Jordan says. And usually goes like this. Hey, you want to have fun with me tonight? Want to have some sex? I'm sorry, Jordan said. I'm a heterosexual. I'm not a homosexual. Man, you don't know what you're missing. Now, Jordan said there's usually two ways or three ways. There's many ways that someone can handle rejection. Now, regardless of the sexual orientation of the person in question, there's usually the mature way of handling being rejected. Then there's the immature way. Here's the immature way. Hey, you want to fuck? No, I'm sorry. I'm a heterosexual, not homosexual. You bitch. You piece of shit. How dare you do that? We could have had fun. F you. That is an example of handling rejection in immature way. Now, I have dealt with both mature and immature people when it comes to being rejected. Now, a lot of people have this stereotype or stigma when it comes to people with different sexual orientations or sexual preference, whatever you want to call it, that they have problems handling being rejected. Everybody doesn't like being rejected regardless of their heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, or asexual. Now, anyway, regardless of that, you always feel like you're being put to the point. You always feel like that you're being, that you feel like, how do I get myself out of this situation? I mean, there is no training or any classes you can take or seminars you can take that teach you how to reject somebody's approaches if you happen to be heterosexual and they're homosexual, or if they're bisexual. Because there isn't really any way. I just happen to be a good, nice person by my nature, by my upbringing. So I tend to nicely tell somebody that I'm not interested in them. Well, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. You see, I'm a heterosexual. I'm sorry. And there's nothing against you being a homosexual. That's good and all, But I'm just a heterosexual, so I don't think this relationship is, I'm not, I'm heterosexual, so it's not going to work out. Alright, guess I'll have to find somebody else. Now, people are going to make arguments and say, well, Jordan, you mean you never experimented? No, I never experimented, as people call it. Now, I'm sure that there are people who experiment, okay? And people who then discover their sexual orientation in some way, But they got their own stories, And no, I never did experiment. Never, okay? Growing up, I was always attracted to men, and that was the way it was, and some people might be different for them, but no, never experimented. But it always feels like that, like you never had enough practice until it actually happens. Like, it's not like you're expecting it to happen. It usually just goes like this. Oh, hey, you want to have fun with me? We can have some sex, or we can just fuck. Um, there's no difference. I mean, there is a difference between it, but the truth is, I'm a heterosexual. I'm not a homosexual. I'm sorry. Yeah, and I knew it. I kind of realized that you weren't it. You know, sorry about I'm not being your type and all. It's not that. It's just as I'm a heterosexual. I'm not a homosexual. I'm sorry. No disrespect to you or your sexual orientation. Understand. Nobody likes being rejected. Nobody but it's how you handle the rejection regardless of your sexual orientation that defines you as a person. You know. I, you know, Now I know some of you people out there are going to be some people that are going to say that there is the right way and there is the wrong way to handle such things. Yes, that is true. And I think I pretty much handle it in the appropriate, and respectful way. You know, so that's it. I'm Jordan Long, and I hope you enjoyed this video.